Thank you for joining us. A very important discussion is about to get started as the news has broken and is now taking the world by storm. The fact that a very popular minister of religion named Reverend Al Miller has launched a new political party in Jamaica. It's called Jamaica First Movement, JFM. It's a new political vehicle aimed at promoting national unity and reform. The JFM seeks to rally Jamaicans across party lines, the private sector, and civil society to support its vision for a new Jamaica. Reverend Miller proposes a one-term government focused on defeating corruption, division, and injustice. With initial funding already secured, the movement is now seeking public support and plans to register as a political party pending public response. Joining me at this time is Reverend Al Miller. Morning, Rev.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing very well. A month ago, 2 months ago, a week ago, I wouldn't have thought that we'd be having a discussion of this nature on air, but time come for us to have this discussion. You have started a new political party.
Why, Richie B, there time coming a man's life, when they have a phrase, say, a man's got to do what a man's got to do. Because, Richie, we cannot as a nation continue to circle the same mountain that has caused us to be defeated for over 40 years. We must cross over now into something new and enjoy the benefits of the beautiful talent, ability, capacity of this country. And the political culture have held us to ransom. So all I'm trying to
Reverend?
create a vehicle. Is to create a vehicle that those who feel that they have lost hope, disenfranchised, so to speak, because they feel that the system is not working for them, we are saying, come on, man, let's come together, a free country, make we build it, we can do it. So let's band together and unite to make Jamaica the Jamaica we want, is really what we're saying.
So to get to this point, you would no doubt then believe that you've seen some shortcomings in the current political processes and the parties that are out there in the space.
Correct. Because we're doing the same thing we have been doing all the years, and therefore, as the saying says, if you keep doing what you have always done, you will only get what you have always had. If you want something different, you got to do something different. And that's what I'm challenging the nation to. All serious Jamaican patriots, let's get up, stand up on our foot, man, and step out to do what we must in our own best self-interest, and to leave a heritage, an inheritance for our children and our children's children. Now is the time. We must move now. That's why I know, albeit late, but nonetheless, I feel we can do it. There are no impossibilities with God if we are committed as a people to hunger for something more, something new. We can do it.
So let's get a clear picture, Reverend Miller, as to where it's at right now. What specific steps are you taking to register as a political party, or have you already registered? And, are you intending to contest the upcoming general elections as a party, the JFM?
Good question. Yeah, we have made the first steps by registering first as a company. That's what JFM is. And now we will, as if it proves necessary, because we understand the timing process would be there. But once we get the response from our people that they want more, we will complete that process and be ready to contest the next election, as impossible as it look. You remember the children of Israel at the Red Sea?
Yes.
You could either cross the impossible Red Sea or turn back and make fear and harm you. So we are saying it looks impossible, but it is not difficult. There is that 70% of the electorate who have withdrawn from the system. We are simply saying, here is hope, get up and re-engage. And we are inviting either persons from the existing parties to take a leave of absence and step up higher by putting Jamaica first above party, and other to come out from whether they are in private sector, church, civil society. If you have a heart for country, you have a gift and a grace and ability, come serve your country for 5 years. We're not asking you for more than a 5 years commitment to reset the country. And then we will have a fresh political environment for continuity with fresh thinking of the political process.
And you do honestly believe that within a 5 years span in government that you could do that overall and reset, as you mentioned?
Definitely. We have worked it, we have penciled it out, which would be to a T. It can. Because we're not forming a party for continuity in that sense. What we are about is not power. We only after purpose, to achieve a purpose to transform Jamaica and to create a new environment so that we would be saying to the existing political parties, it's time you go renew and refresh yourself. Take a little time and renew, man. And we will help create a new environment because they are so divided. Because we had asked them, which I wrote to them. My first move was, come on, guys, voluntary court, form a coalition and put the best hearts and best minds together for Jamaica. They're saying they can't do that. The divisions are too strong. So I have said, as a man of God, I will come in the middle. Maybe try clean up the divide, create a fresh environment, but you must go renew yourself for the future. And so let's look for some fresh hearts and minds and set the country on course. So that's the essence of what we're saying. And I believe that if we can get the word out, and I thank you for the opportunity you are giving me this morning, I need 1 million voices like yours or like this forum to simply say to that 70% of Jamaicans, if it's 30% of you, just get up and willing to go out and vote, and a few of you volunteer to serve your country, we can turn this thing right side up overnight. But we already work out a governance structure and a governance system. So all of that is in place with some good people helped us to create a framework.
A structure. And you have...
A structure. And systems and structures in place.
Let me take a look for a minute at the whole matter of funding, because we know that to run and to engage and to campaign, so to speak, does require a lot of funding. Can you sort of elaborate on the initial seed capital that you have secured for the JFM?
Yes. All I can say for now is that we have one or two people have committed just some initial funding. And that is funding for us to be able to make the call and stir the nation. And once the nation responds, we have some other contacts and some principled commitment from some significant sources that if the thing picks up traction, they will give 100% support.
Now, obviously, what I'm reading into what you're saying is that there's going to be a lot of public engagement. And what are some of the strategies that you will employ to get the public engaged? You made reference to the 70% of the electorate who are currently disengaged from the political process. How will you do you plan to engage them or re-engage them in this process?
Yeah, because of the time factor, which should be, we would love to go around the country and all of that, face to face. But the time is not our friend. So hence, we intend to use public media. And this is why we need a little more money so that we could also use commercial advertising. but certainly social media to the maximum. So we definitely want to maximize the social media space, get as many influencers who will help us, those who have a heart for Jamaica, because we're saying everybody put Jamaica first. Start talking about it. Just get people to know that there is an alternative, and we believe that as that takes shape, then it will create the what else we need. So that's our immediate, that is manageable. And we have the funding to carry the social media side of it very strong. And we begin to see some, we hope will come shortly, that we can do some commercial programming advertising as well because of time. Yes. So we got to go for that which will hit the public in the shortest time. Now, have some good people coming in. That's the key shot.
And let's talk a little bit about the good people coming in. I mean, would you be in a position to contest 5, 10, 15 constituencies should an election be called in the very near future? Because we expect it by September, so there's really, as you mentioned, not a lot of time. Do you have some commitments in that regard, and are you likely to contest all constituencies?
It's depending how there is a framework that we have by an alliance that could contest all 63 seats, but we have to be pragmatic. We only need to enough. If we already have, to answer your question directly, there are a couple of persons who we know willing to contest, who are committed to it as contestants. We have a few, but we would need to make the dent we want to transform. We will need to have enough 30 to 35 to ensure that it's winnable, or enough to. So that's our short-term goal, that force a coalition of 10 or 15 seats should winnable. We can force a coalition. Nobody else could form government without us, so that we can have a foot at the table to bring change. But got to sweep it with enough persons to be able to create the change and allow the parties to go renew themselves.
If you just joined us,
that's our immediate strategy.
If you just joined us, listeners, we are in fact talking with Reverend Al Miller, and he is helming the formation of a new political party here in Jamaica called Jamaica First Movement, JFM. And so we're getting more details on it for the first time from Reverend Al Miller. Now, Reverend, you are well known in gospel circles, a very popular minister of religion. How will the JFM's guiding Christian values influence policy decisions, and what implications might this have for Jamaicans of different faiths or of no faith at all, so to speak?
Excellent. What we are talking about is the simple principles of them values that grow away, my brother. It's not religion. I'm not talking about religion, not affecting anybody's religious belief and views. We are talking about the three fundamentals right now: righteousness, peace, and justice. If this country, and righteousness don't mean holy spirituality in that context. Righteousness simply means a commitment to do what is right, driven by the principle of love and truth. So those are the three pillars on which is what our founding fathers said in our national anthem and pledge. So nothing different but to ensure we live it. We have contaminated it in the last 40 years. We are simply saying, purify it, man, and do it right. And if we do it right, we will have a great Jamaica that all of us will be fulfilled and joyous to live in and to leave for the next generation.
Righteousness, peace, justice, very important elements if we're going to move forward as a nation and grow together. But what of some of the economic plans and strategies that a JFM in government might employ? What do you want to tell the listeners in terms of some of these strategies that you hope to implement should you form government?
Yeah. Needless to say, that's a thing we would ideally reserve for later discussion in the next couple of weeks. But in essence, we believe even the existing economic thing, our country have stepped a little better in the last couple of years. So we're not knocking the government on that side. But it is the problem with it, it has not trickled down to transform the poor and the people at the bottom. So it is still where the power and the wealth is in the hands of a few. An economic system must be of such that power must not be reserved in the hands of a few. Sorry, not power, I mean wealth. Wealth must so flow in an economic system that it raises the bar, that the people at the bottom can have hope to reach somewhere and achieve their goals. So that's going to be the basis of our economic philosophy. And a lot of information is out there. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. It is simply to guide the wheel. Another critical element, though, that we want to introduce, if you go on our website, we talk a little about it, which is a social empowerment credit system, which what it will do is people who serve, you give credit to people who will volunteer, who will serve to help to build nations that will go towards their wealth. Because wealth is not just money. Wealth is all our abilities used. So we will give credit to people who have a social credit system that give points that people will earn from their service, just by quality service that will benefit them. So people at the bottom, by their service to their community, they can earn points to help them in their home, to buy house, to buy car, to send them picnic, go to school, by service. And because that service is the wealth of the nation. So if we use it, can begin to balance the table between the haves and the have-nots. So again, that's concept of justice, of equity, of equal rights. Mm-hmm. And as we apply it, we can turn the country right side up so that we don't have losers. We only have winners. If you lose, it's must because you choose to lose, but not because you couldn't win. Mm-hmm. It's your choice by not applying yourself.
Okay, we're almost out of time, but Rev, I want to ask you, I mean, you would be aware of the demise of entities like the New Nation Coalition, which was started by Betty Ann Blaine, the National Democratic Movement, which really has not become the force that some thought it might have become. The United People's Party, which was founded by Antoinette Horton Cardenas, are just three examples of political parties that have started in the last few decades that have not really lived up to expectations. What is it that you believe at this time would make your experience as the JFM different from those who fell by the wayside?
First is timing. I think the country is not where the country was 15, 20 years ago. I think we have a new generation, and we have learned from our past experience that people are hungry for more. This is why every year we have seen a decrease in people who are going out to vote. So we have increased the non-engaged population. And in that non-engaged population, the millennials and the church are the majority. And what we are saying is that a more sensitive church and an active millennials who want to see a new Jamaica, we are presenting them an opportunity of a vehicle in which they can ride to achieve it. And so we believe once they say yes, we're moving. And this is why we have not set up the party side of it in terms of, contesting. We're going to give it a week. If we let the people themselves say yes, and if the people say yes, everything will be ready because it's their choice, because our destiny is by the choices we make. So we are saying, Jamaicans, wake up and choose your destiny.
How do persons listening participate, register their reaction, show their support? Is there a phone line? Is there an email
Yes,
address?
ma'am. There are. If they visit our website, they will get that information, and the telephone number is there. It's Jamaica Connect. The Connect at JFM of Jamaica First. So they will find it on the website, and we'll give it to you that you have it. You can share it right after, if you don't mind,
Yes.
to your listeners, that they can plug in, see the information, and sign up, register. And of course, we want them to give. We believe that if a number of our people give, we have a vision to encourage a few of our people giving. We can balance that budget to do it easily and quickly. Because look, man, a free country, and we believe in our people, that when we commit ourselves to something, and nothing we as Jamaicans can do when we want to do it.
Rev, we're out of time. I thank you for coming on and giving us so much information about the new political party that you formed, Jamaica First Movement. We keep in touch, and all the best to you. Thanks so very much.